All right, perfect. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy
I feel
Tuesday.
like we really need to bring back Tea Time Tuesday.
I know. We should get some.
I mean, never had
for
tea.
some tea. Well, it's getting too hot for tea.
I know. Well, maybe iced tea.
Yeah, I don't even like iced tea.
I know. The last time you had iced tea, I thought your heart was going to jump out of your chest.
Well, it's so funny because I don't drink caffeine really, and we were at this meeting, this conference, and they just sit.
And if you've ever been to a conference, they like kind of pump you with caffeine. Like they always have like the coffee station, and they always have like they have like Diet Coke. Like they always have like caffeine available. And then we had lunch. Mm-hmm. And you had the iced tea, and then I literally thought her heart was gonna like just jump. Yes,
because I had the iced tea, and then I thought, oh, I'm gonna have some tea too, not thinking, of course they have caffeine in it, and I was like,
she's like jumping around like all jittery.
Are you like weird?
I was like,
what's wrong?
I was like, are you okay? And then she's like, was there caffeine in that? I'm like, yes, it's iced tea. Yes, there's caffeine in it.
I'm just sitting there like.
So maybe if we bring back, it'll be like iced decaf tea, which I don't even know if they make, so we probably won't ever have tea time.
Sure they make it.
We'll just still have it on Tuesday. Well, today I think is a great topic because we're talking about how to work out at like every age.
Yeah, how to stay active at any age.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's something that people have asked us about too, so why not talk about it?
Well, I think we often hear people will say to us like, oh, I'm too old for that. Or, I need to get in shape before I do it. Or, I don't know if I can, I have certain issues, or they've injured themselves before. And interesting enough, it's actually a big part of why we created Remix.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to use Anne as an example, but Anne, who works at front desk, if many of you have met her, if you haven't, she's an awesome person. Yes. But Anne was a client of ours prior to opening up Remix. I remember her coming up, or either she came out to Tricia or she came out to both of us. Then Tricia mentioned it to me, but she said, my doctor's telling me I need to lift heavier, and we just didn't have like larger weights. Like, we had up to maybe 3 or 4 pounds. And we both knew she did need to do more strength training, and she really needed to do different things, and it was really important. So it was just like one of the examples of why, you need to do more than just one thing. And especially as you age, it's interesting. You don't have to like be throwing weights around, but you do need to lift heavier. You need to work on, keeping your bones strong. People get osteoporosis, like there's, you weather down, like, so it's really important to stay active. And so interesting enough, it's played into our business plan because we always knew we wanted like a strength training component, number one, and two, we wanted it to be for all levels, for people to be able to work out, at whatever level they are, beginner, as they progress, they can continue to progress, but also making sure that at any age they're able to work out.
Yeah, I think it's so important. I've talked about before, my parents too are ones who they weren't working out, and then now they are. And I think sometimes that is a misconception too. People think, well, it's too late for me. Like I haven't been working out my whole life, but it's not too late. Actually, Heather, one of our instructors, she always talks about this. I don't know if you ever heard her story.
Because she's like a later worker right?
Yeah, she said she never really was into fitness or working out, and then she sort of found it later on in life, and now she's running triathlons. Like, she's incredible. So it really, you don't need to, there's no like, okay, you should have been working out this whole time and it's too late for you. You can start at any point, and it's good. And
it's so good for you. And interesting enough, I'll also use my parents as an example, but my mom was really adamant. My grandmother didn't really like work out much. Mm-hmm. And I remember my mom saying like, you can do this. And she really just like kind of put like a hard stop. And my mom has always said like, I won't do that. I will like continue to take care of myself because it's so important, and it keeps you young,
right? And
it keeps you healthy, and you're happy, and like you feel good. And I feel like she's just been a really great role model as to like how to continue to incorporate into your life over and over. And where you do, I mean, she does look really great and feels really great, and I think that's really important. So I want to be able to work out. So like you will see me remixing at 100. I'm going to say that right now. Couldn't you? I really,
yes.
I could just envision.
I have a visual right now in my
All right, well, I can't wait to see you all at 100.
There we go.
Yes.
All right,
but it really is important. So here are some tips as to how to work out at any age.
Yeah, so I got some tips. Here we go. So the first one, look, I don't even need the notes because I remember. First one is about the importance of warming up your body and then afterwards. So I think a lot of times, which we love when people jump into class.
Yes.
it's important to make, especially as you get older, to make sure your muscles are warm in order to prevent injury. It's important for everybody, but especially as you get older. So you want to, some little quick tips if you are sort of running late to class, maybe park a little bit further away, or start to maybe do some high knees instead of just standing there.
Like waiting for class to
waiting
start.
for class to start. Move, start moving your body and getting those muscles flowing, getting that blood flowing, getting warm.
Yeah, and also we always say like jump in whenever you can, but if that means that you are jumping in a little bit late, whether you're in person or virtually, like taking the time, like you can actually warm up as we're doing whatever we're doing.
Right.
Just making sure you're taking that like modified approach to get those, to get your muscles moving, to warm up, everything. So really you could jump in at any time, just use whatever point we're in class as like your warm up.
Right. Like if we're holding weights or something, maybe don't pick up the weights yet. If you're jumping in late, just start moving your body and doing what we're doing. But exactly like Mary Cate said, that's a great point. And then after class too, it's also helpful to make sure you're stretching. So usually I like to think of it, back in the day, I feel like, at least for me, when I was in gym class, they always taught us, do those static hold stretches. So those type of stretches, those are for after the workout. Before the workout, you want more of the dynamic movements to get your body warm. So static stretches are important, and incorporating classes like our Pilates type class, our bar, or our yoga are great ways to get that in, this flexibility piece into your workout. And we're adding a new class too, Mary Cate, which should be great.
Wednesday nights I will be stretching everybody out, so that'll be really nice. I feel like it'll be a nice like deep stretch, working on flexibility. We're actually gonna do like a sip and stretch, so this way it's like a little bit social as well. You can stay for that, you don't have to, but as the weather gets nicer, it's a nice thing to kind of just like to focus on stretching and focus on your flexibility, take a little bit of time for you to kind of like be present too. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited about that. And also I feel like I need to tell myself like we do need to stretch, like I need to make time for it. So I think this is a great opportunity. Also something that I actually have been trying to do, and I think it's really important to do it now, but also at every age. But like a little bit before bed, a little bit like when you first wake up, just kind of like a little bit of movement, like dynamic moves, because I feel like we go from like up and just going. And if you take, even a minute or two, you'll feel a little bit different. Like.
Yeah, actually, to your point, I realized I had to do that for when I started teaching the early morning classes. Because I was going from sleeping to now I'm working out hard. And I sort of now what I do is I'll like do some high knees. It's hard to do it while I'm sitting. Like I'll do high knees, I'll do like hamstring curls and things like that, just to get my blood flowing and moving so it's not such a stark transition. Yeah,
it's just important to like not just go from A to Z.
Yeah. All right, tip number 2 is, so this is important. Mary Cate already actually mentioned this before, but it's to make sure to include strength training exercises and balance exercises as well. So strength, like she said, it's so good for our bones, especially as we age. She even mentioned osteoporosis. That's a big thing. And you want to make sure it just helps with preventing injuries too.
Yes. Like the stronger you are, the better you are, or the less prone you are to being injured.
Right.
So it's really important to focus on your strength, and just to keep it up. And that again doesn't mean it has to be super intense weights, or so much, but just the continual progression of that is really, really important. And also just like we're stronger, like we just, you physically like feel better, you're stronger, you're not as like weak. Like as we get older, we do sort of shrink down. So it's just really important to focus on that strength training.
Sorry, my phone.
Trisha's getting
just got a spam call.
And then also the balance.
Yes,
piece.
balance. We were just talking about this before, and I was mentioning that as we get older, your eyesight tends to go, right? And so that a lot of what times happens, you see older people fall, it's because your eyesight is so connected to your balance. Like if you ever stand on one leg and then close your eyes, it's so much more challenging to hold that position than when you have your eyesight and your focus. So it's really helpful to incorporate balance exercises in class, kind of a safe space. So when you are out there in the world and things are getting thrown at you, or uneven sidewalk or whatever, you're able to overcome that and have that core strength to hold your balance so you prevent those falls and those injuries.
You're just like more stable in general.
Yes.
Like you're stronger and more stable, so you
Yeah.
can handle that. And it's interesting. It kind of goes back to like so many of the moves that we do in so many of our classes are really functional moves.
Yeah.
Like we have form and function and lift and form, which I think slows it down so you pay attention to that. But so many of the moves that you see in all of our classes are functional moves. And the idea is that you are preparing your body to do to function throughout the day. So to like when you're squatting down to like pick up groceries, when you're reaching, when you're doing like shoulder presses, it's actually to reach so you feel stable, so like not everything falls down on you. So it's all about preparing you for sort of the day to day.
Yeah, I love that. And sometimes people shy away from the balance exercises too. Like I'll see in class, if they start to wiggle or wobble a little bit, you want to hold on to something, which is fine. But sometimes it's good that wiggling and wobbling is a good thing because that means your core is working to stabilize you.
Mm-hmm.
And so just embrace that, and it's okay. Like I wiggle and wobble all the time, and I'm falling here or there. But this is a safe space to practice that for when you go out into the world and
you actually experience it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and you don't have something to hold on to.
Right.
So it is. I think it's a great point. Like to say, like use this space as an opportunity to work on it, so that you can prepare. But also, I always even say like if you feel like you still need it next to you, like just have it next to you, and like maybe like
move
everyone's
closer to it.
Yeah, like and then because sometimes it's just like knowing it's there, then it could catch your fall.
Right.
But then you're still focusing on your balance. So
Yeah, I like
it's
that.
you also can do that as well.
Yeah. All right. Tip number 3 is one of my favorites, is embracing the choreography, okay? Because it's good for not just your body, but your mind as well. And up to that point, too, it's not even just, as much as I love the choreography, I think it's fun, but mixing it up in general. Trying new things, it makes your mind do the work, too, and as we know, as we get older, it's good to work your mind. You want to keep your mind fresh. And there's studies that show when you do it hand in hand with your body movements that both become stronger too, which is great.
And I think it's interesting because I think people sometimes will say like, well, I'm not coordinated or I can't do that. And I think we went with the coordinated piece because you hear that a lot.
Yeah.
But it really is good to concentrate on something maybe that you're not so good at because again, you're working on a skill. And so again, great for your mind. It also is a distraction too. But then, say you do like the coordinated exercises, doing things that maybe you haven't tried before is really great because one, you'll probably shock yourself, you'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we like hype it up as being worse than we think it's going to be. But again, it's constant muscle confusion, so it is different for your body. So good for your physical, but also just like something new, something fresh, something different keeps you engaged. So really important.
Yeah. So try out that little dance class.
Yes, it's worth it and so fun. Honestly,
I love it.
Even if like a cardio spar, or cardio sculpt, like that has a little bit of it in it, it's not too much.
Or even a spin class too. Sometimes the spin classes have like a couple steps, and it's so much fun. All right, last tip, most important tip: listen to your body. Right, and that goes for everybody, no matter what age you are. But I think it's so important to listen to your body, focus on you. Yes, everyone is at different levels. You don't need to try to keep up or do whatever. You're focused on you and what is good for your body, and that's how you're going to stay fit, not just now, but for your entire life.
Yeah, and I think it's so important to realize that everyone that is coming to Remix, in person, virtually, what have you, like we all need everyone, not even if they're not coming to Remix. If you're listening to this and you aren't here, please listen to this as well. We need to take care of ourselves. We all want to be healthy. We want to feel good. We want to, be happy. And so come here knowing that you're doing this for yourself and don't worry about what's happening around you. I say this all the time and I really mean it because I think it's the truth. We're all too selfish. We're all thinking about ourselves. So don't think like someone's looking at me or if I'm not, on beat, they're going to pay attention. Or if I can't, do if I have to be the level 1, honestly, everyone is paying attention to themselves and you should do the same. Focus on yourself. Make yourself a priority and don't let that, hold you back from trying something new or doing something different or taking a class because we really should be able to do this for the rest of our lives.
Exactly, right.
And that's something that we really pride ourselves on.
Yeah.
You're going to see me at 100 doing this. But it's so
I don't
important. It's
doubt
so
that.
important to take care of ourselves. And, exercise, for our physical and for our mental is so influential in the rest of our lives. So it doesn't matter what age you start. We're here for you. It doesn't, even if you are here, and you haven't tried something, try something new. It's so good for you. And just know that every class you can do what you need.
Right.
So that you can find what you need and get out of it what you need.
Yeah, I love that. Well, if you're looking for some more guidance on modifications or different exercises and tips on as you get a little bit older, feel free to book a one-on-one with us, a little VIP call. And if you haven't tried yet, we've got a new intro offer.
Yes, our new intro offer. It's 2 weeks for $39, and honestly, it's an awesome. First of all, it's a great deal, and it's an opportunity for you to really try everything. And what's nice is you can really see exactly what we are saying, in our schedule. Like, we have so many opportunities to try so many different classes. You'll hear all the different levels in all the classes. You'll see the wide range of clientele, and that's something that's really important. Is that you will see that there are, high schoolers and college students, all the way to people in their late 70s that are taking classes, and we should be doing that.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Happy Tuesday, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.